Good afternoon, Virginia H. This is Kaylin String coming at you with a VR 2-year video today asking about sleep systems. Well, I have out here, with the exception of my Woblin blanket, which is very tightly fit into my camping pack, and I decided I'm not going to bother getting that out. It's just stuffed in there the way it is in order to try to get my pack as packed efficiently as possible. But it's just a flat packed Woblin blanket in a plastic bag. In fact, it has not been used yet because I got it during a time where I was not camping and I did not need it, and so I have it in the pack. But what I also have here displayed is I will not get these out of their, I will not get this sleeping bag out of here because, for one thing, it's very hard to get back in. This is not the original stuff sack. This is one I found on eBay because the plastic carry bag that this very old Coleman sleeping bag came in started to come apart. And so I got the stuff sack on eBay, and I can barely get it in. I got it cockeyed, but it's in there. I can hear my other phone ring, but I'm going to leave it because it's a scam. So anyway, this is a 20-plus-year-old Coleman sleeping bag inside this compression sack, which I do not know how old it is, but needless to say, I have made it work. So I'll have to get this lid on better, but I'll do that another time. Underneath there I have the 75-liter dry bag, which I will upend. I'm doing this one-handed on, so this one is easy to do because this will not be going in or on my pack. But inside here, it's a nice camo. This is a new one, by the way. So hold on a minute while I pull it down. So I could probably rest it like that. That might work. I'm just going to kind of roll it down. Okay, what I have here is, this is a twin air mattress that inflates to a maximum of 8 inches tall. I have that rolled up inside what is actually a child's nap mat, but I used it as a camp pillow, and it is very comfortable. It's very light. It can roll up, and I just have it rolled up around this air mattress, and I put it inside this this new dry bag because where I'm going, I don't know if it's going to be raining or what the condition is when I will be going to the Iowa YouTuber meetup at the beginning of the first weekend of next month. But anyway, so I wanted to get a dry bag so that I could keep both this and the air mattress dry. Now this sleeping bag compression sack is not necessarily a dry bag, but when you get this cover put on right, it does keep it water resistant. Now over here on top of a camp chair, I just have it sitting here. This is a yoga mat. It's just inside of a mesh bag with a handle, and I'd strap this to the outside of my pack on the side. I'll probably do that again. And I put this underneath the air mattress to protect it from anything that might poke up through my tent floor. Now, I took this last year to a Labor Day camp I went to, but the tent that I was using at the time is not big enough because this cot was actually, when I originally ordered it, I didn't think the frame would be this as big as it is, but this is an accordion style cot. It's also camel. And I have a little Trekology chair stuffed in here because it actually fits. It nestles right in there. But this, you pull it out of the bag and then you just expand it like you would one of these sling chairs where you just open it up. You spread the frame apart and then it's set up. You don't have to attach anything. You don't have to tie or snap or hook anything. You just open it up, spread it out, and then that's it. And so the tent that I have now is a lot bigger. I will be able to put this cot in there. And then I would put the air mattress. I might still put the yoga mat on the cot and then the air mattress and then my sleeping bag. And then I'm doing it, I am just going to lay on the sleeping bag instead of get in it. Unless it gets cold enough where I might have to get in it. But the wool blanket, if it is not that cold and I don't need to layer up that much, I'm just going to lay on the sleeping bag, put the wool blanket over top, and just leave it at that. Use this nap mat. I'll fold it up as my pillow. And it is very comfortable to sleep on. I did that in the Labor Day camp, and that worked out perfectly. So this is the extent of my sleep system. This sleeping bag is the only one I have ever owned myself that I bought with my own money. At least I think I did, unless, I don't know, I've had this thing for well over 20 years. It's probably like a 40-degree bag. I've had to put a couple of pieces of duct tape on the bottom and side because of a couple of rips. But other than that, this thing has served me well. And I'm going to use it until it just completely falls apart. Then I'll have to get a new one. But I do not have a winter bag. I do not have a mid-season or mid-weight bag. I just have this light-duty summer type sleeping bag because at the time that I originally got it, that's when I was using it. And this is the only one I've owned and the only one I'll continue to use until I do either have to get another one, or I'm gifted another one, or I just choose to buy another one that would be more of a winter type bag, or I choose a different material when I can afford it, because buying gear is very expensive when you live on disability. And so I try, even if I have to get it from China, I'd go as cheap as I can. But I wanted to get this 75-liter dry bag so that I could protect more of my gear that I cannot fit into my pack. We're taking a lot of stuff on this trip because this is a large group, and of course I have to be comfortable. It's hard for me to get up off the ground if I'm not elevated somewhat, since I have back issues and I have arthritis. So if I can elevate myself off the ground sufficiently enough, the air mattress gets me 8 inches off the ground. The yoga mat probably it's only a quarter inch thick, but it's still, it's not as thick as those sleep pads that you can get that are dedicated sleep mats, like a Thermarest or any of those Xtherm or anything like that. I mean, this is just a yoga mat that I got cheap on eBay, and it's basically to protect the underside of my air mattress. So it's not as long as the air mattress, but it has done the job so far, and it will do the job for me again. So I hope this little video helps, and I hope it actually gives some people some ideas on what they might have for a sleep system if they're looking for something. Coleman is a good brand. Coleman is something that my family has grown up with, and I will use Coleman stuff. Of course, I'll use anything that I can get inexpensively that's that it's a decent price. I mean, this cot was, you stand sport. I even put my name on this tag here so that, and, and if I'm in a large group and I need to, I'm around other people and we have all our gear laid out, then, oh, this goes over there, So I will be taking these to the Iowa YouTuber meetup. So stay tuned for those videos coming up May 4th, 5th, and 6th is when the YouTuber meetup is. It will take place at Lake McBride in eastern Iowa near Cedar Rapids. It is a state park. It's run like the Ledges State Park where I was over Labor Day weekend. And that should be... It'll be some serious good fun. Especially if Jack and Brenda of AOK Foraging and Adventures get their kayaks out there and they get on the water. And I said, if you race each other, I'll shoot video. So, who knows? Maybe that'll happen. There's a little teaser for you about the YouTuber meetup. So, thanks for watching and catch you on the flip side.